Right from behind, arm squat, no space. Sorry, I think I got you. Slow. Bear up from behind, arms are caught, I have no space. Meaning, I'm very close to being lifted off the ground. On all of our bear hug defenses, whenever we're grabbed, the first thing we want to do is base out. Right now, Aaron's giving me space, so I can drop my center of gravity, punch my hips back, make it harder for me to hold, but the curve of my, harder for me to be lifted. The curve of my body bends his back, makes it more difficult for him to lift me. He has to use his back now more than his legs in order to lift me. That's the whole idea by basing out and trying to get my hips bent. Aim for the front, with space, hips go back, again, bending his back. If he gives me no space, he's kind of arching my back a little bit, and now if I try to base out, I'm going to actually leave the ground, and if he was getting ready to lift me, I'm going to help him do so. So it's hard for me to drop my center of gravity right now because my back is arched a little, and maybe he's even lifting up just a little bit so my heels are starting to come off the ground. Now, my whole goal here is to get him bent in his back again. So I want to get his hips away from mine. I'm going to keep my hands close to my body, shift my hips. I can move my hips laterally. I probably can't move up and down much, but I can move laterally. I shift my hips to one side, and I sneak my hand around my leg, use the blade edge of my hand, and strike as hard as I can to the groin. Now Aaron, probably because I caught him a little bit the last time, is trying to move his hips away from me a little as I do this, and that's fine, because I'm probably going to try to go in both directions anyway. If I go this way and I don't feel like I get a good hit, I've now opened up this side to come back around and get a better hit. And just by the act of me doing that now, Aaron's hips are instinctively, naturally moving back. Just a little bit. All I need is enough for me to now push my hips back, and now I create some more space, and I have a lower center of gravity. I base, space and base. Now, if I still have to, I can make much bigger strikes here. He starts loosening up. I can get to elbows. I can rip my arm out, and my whole goal, eventually, is to get turned and fight. Giving something as I turn. Once again. Less space. I feel like I can still base out. Almost lifting. There you go. Right there. There. Now I can't base out. Can you go back to where you were? I'm not sure if we can see this on camera, you guys. But right now, my shoulders forward just a little bit. I still feel my shoulders are in front of my hips. I can still base out. It's when he starts pushing his hips into me and arching my back, now I don't feel like I can. Hopefully that's visible on camera. Now I shift my hips and I create some space with the hips. Now, I feel like I can do this right now. I can lower my center of gravity, punch my hips back into his, and now I can continue my fight. Bear hug from behind, my arms are caught, no space. And the no space part really isn't descriptive enough to really explain the attack. I'm almost being lifted. My back is arched, my shoulders are in line, if not behind my hips a little bit. Anything in front, my shoulders in front of my hips, I'm most likely still able to punch my hips back and base in space. Bear from behind, arm squat, no space. Go train. 3, 2, 1, go.